Nishapur, northeast of Iran, the city of philosophers, poetry and literature.
Yes, we're here in front of the tomb of one of the great poets of the age, who was also a philosopher and a mystic. His name was Attar Nishapuri.
He lived in 13th century. He was the greatest poet and philosopher of the time, and he was very well respected by the people. He was from a very wealthy family, but he gave away all his wealth to just find the love and the spirituality.
Yes, he was originally a seller of medicinal herbs in the marketplace. He was very wealthy from this, but one day a dervish, a wandering mystic, came to him and asked him about his life, asked him about what he was doing. And from that moment, from that conversation with the dervish, he decided to give up his wealth, give up his worldly possessions, and go and follow the life of the spiritual.
His grave is located in the city of Nishapur. In a beautiful garden, in the center of it, there is this mausoleum, the beautiful structure, which, as you can see in the background, is a big dome which has been designed and made it beautiful with lots of tile works.
Yes, the grave has been on this spot for many hundreds of years, but the mausoleum we see behind us has only been here for about 100. The tile work is very detailed and complex, and it evokes So we're sitting here in the mausoleum of Attar, the famous poet, philosopher and mystic from Nishapur.
His grave, as you can see, is designed in this architecture, which has 4 entrances on 4 sides, and there is this pillar in the middle of it, which has been designed and made it beautiful with some script and description on it.
Attar's death was a sad and tragic tale. It was during the Mongol invasions, and when the Mongols were here, they were killing lots of people. They got hold of him, and someone, a rich man, a local, recognizing Attar, wanted to save his life and offered to give 1,000 gold coins in return for his freedom. Attar told the soldier who was guarding him, "Don't sell me for that, you can sell me for a higher price." The soldier then took him around the city looking for someone to fulfill this bargain, but he couldn't find anyone. When the soldier asked him why this was the case, he said, "My life is not even worth a single copper coin. Therefore,
This journey, which is even in the title of this book, is about the journey of thousands of birds who are looking for a utopian city, who are looking for a dreamy city, and they want to find their king, they want to find the master. So they come together to start their trip, to go toward the city.
yes, on their quest, they find that there are many stages to this journey. The first one starts with the longing, the quest, then it moves on to love, understanding, detachment, then finally astonishment, bewilderment, and enlightenment, before despair and death. The death, however, is not of a physical nature. It's not passing on to another world. It is a spiritual death, a spiritual humbling, which allows those who pass through all 7 stages to die with the ego and become a more realized human being, a more realized soul. It's a mystical and spiritual allegory in which the birds, flying to find their king, to find their utopia, on their way go through all the travails, and those that are left are 30.
And these 30 that's the concept of unity, togetherness. These last 30 more, or birds, which are called as Seymour, which means the 30 birds, bring this concept of unity to existence.
Yes, this work has spiritual resonance beyond just Persia and Iran. It resonates with any sort of mystic, anyone who's on a journey, anyone who's on a quest, and has a lot of links to other traditions as well.
And when you read this book and this poetry book, you understand why Mevlana, or Rumi as you might call it, has so much respect for this great man. So for us to show our respect to this great poet of Iran, we keep minutes of silence.
garden, and we're looking here at this wonderful fountain system. There's a canal with water running down it,
which is
fountains.
very common in all the gardens in Shiraz.
Yeah, the water is a very central feature, and it seems to run directly up to the house. And you can see kind of how this is designed not just as a decoration, but also to kind of impress visitors.
Exactly.
Because the house we're coming up to is the one which was used to receive visitors, both domestic and foreign ones, who had come to visit the Khan, or local ruler, who was in charge of Fars province, one of the major provinces of Iran.
Which
in
was
the
a
past.
big one that time.
Yeah, and still is today. I mean, it held not one, not two, but 3 or even 4 ancient capitals, as well as the modern ones, before Tehran, were all in Fars. So Fars was really the root of the Persian culture, and the Khan of Fars province, a very important position.
Exactly, and he, as you said, to just make the guests feel like great and love the place. You see what he did to the place, to the garden, and the architecture of the building. It's amazing. It's really eye-catching, and it's really beautiful.
Yes.
So be with us, follow us to the house.
Yeah, let's go inside and have a look.
Let's go. In the building, the reception building in the center of Naranjistan Garden in the city of Shiraz, where the governor of the Fars province would accept all his guests in this area. Stu, my husband, and I, we got splitted because he wanted to look up and I wanted to look down, and I don't know where he is. Stuart Dennison?
Yes.
You want to come down?
Sure.
What is up there?
Well, I've just been admiring some really nice wooden carved ceilings. They've been painted with designs on them, floral patterns, the sort of thing we've seen elsewhere, but in a miniature form, and very, very nice. And the views over the garden are spectacular as well.
Oh, you have a view to the city?
I have, yeah.
Oh, nice. I've been there. Actually, it's quite interesting, the paintings and the works on the wall. It's really beautiful. So you should go have a look there, actually.
I think I will.
Yeah, so I go up.
Upstairs? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, meet you
See you
back here in a
later.
bit.
Yeah.
Great.
Hello and welcome back to Iran Travel Guide. We are talking to you from the Naranjistan Garden from the city of Shiraz. We have some tourists here from Germany. Welcome to Iran and thank you so much for your time. And so how do you like the country?
Very nice.
How long have you been in Iran?
10 days.
It's the first time.
It's the first time, but how long have you been here now?
12 days.
12 days.
12 days. And which cities have you traveled?
No, we're not already 10.
We arrived tonight.
Oh, you're...
Only one day, but you're here for 12 days.
That's right.
But you have been only one day.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, so you started from Shiraz.
Yeah.
So what are your first impressions, first ideas of Iran? Do you like it? Do you find it strange, different?
No, it's very nice. The people are very friendly.
Very friendly person.
Yeah.
Very good. And where are you planning to go? What are you looking forward to?
We're going to Persepolis.
Persepolis.
We're going to Yards.
Isfahan.
Isfahan.
And
Okay.
then our last cities in Persepolis.
Very.
And before you come to Iran, before you came here, what you thought of the country, is it what you see, is it what you thought, is it what you expected, or it's very different?
It's different.
It is different.
Yeah. I was thinking it's more police, more control, and not so open.
No, I mean,
How about
Open
you?
heart, you know.
Sure.
I mean, Germany is known as a very free society. Lots of freedom there.
Yeah.
So when you think of Iran, you often think maybe there isn't so much freedom, but your experience has been different from that. That's correct?
That's right. Yeah.
Very good. So. What about Iranian food? Have you tried any yet? Not yet.
No, you haven't?
Okay.
No.
Are you looking forward to it?
We had only fruits and it was the most delicious.
Okay, great. If I ask a couple of you to give one sentence to our camera about Iran, about the experience of being in Iran, what would that sentence be?
It's for sure a country I come back again.
Very nice. Well, thank you very much.
Thank you so much for your time and have a good stay in Iran. Thank you. Thank you.
Hi, we're here today at Hafez's tomb. We're meeting a couple of tourists who have come from New Zealand and Australia, Deborah and Max, just to ask them about their experiences and see how they're finding Iran. So how has your trip been so far?
Wonderful, in a word. The people are genuinely friendly, do everything they can to help, but the biggest thing for us has been the surprise. We came with preconceptions of what Iran might be like, and they have been all shattered.
Okay, so you came with some negative idea, or like a few you weren't...
Not necessarily negative, but for example, we thought that there might not be much in the way of evening life, and we've found it's, the evenings are fantastic times. Everyone's out and about, enjoying themselves, and that wasn't what I expected.
And I think from my point of view, I had a misconception that perhaps Iran is quite suppressed, very strong people, but it seems people have much more freedom than we thought that they did have. While there is still some government control on people, but yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
So how long have you been here so far?
So far, maybe a week and a half.
Okay.
And we have a week and a half to go. So.
And you started from Shiraz, or you've been in other cities before?
No, we started with a train trip from Ankara, Turkey. To Tabriz.
Across Lake Van.
Yes, indeed.
Yes, two nights on the train.
How was that?
Fantastic trip, a great journey. A lot of camaraderie on the train. It felt like a bit of an adventure, but actually it was very, very pleasant and really a lot of fun.
Great. So how was Tabriz?
A nice introduction to Iran.
Yeah,
it's a gentle sort of a town. Because after that we went to Kashan, and up to the Malmet Valley.
Okay.
To Kazvim. I'm sorry. To Kazvim and up to the Malmet Valley, which we thought was just wonderful. And then the big shock when we went to Tehran with its size of its. It depends on who you talk to. 15 million people. So that was an experience. Tehran.
There's something else, definitely.
Yeah.
Thank goodness for the metro, is all I can say.
So you're here at Hafez, one of the greatest poets of Iran.
Yes, and another thing for us also is that we realise there's a huge gap in our education. We know very little about Persian history. Okay. It's a real black spot for us. So and quite hard to learn it all in a couple of weeks. So obviously we're trying to just fill in a few gaps as we can, and this is obviously one of the key places to come. It seems to me in Shiraz.
So have you heard of Hafez before at all?
No, I don't think so. Yeah. Which probably says more about us than Hafez, I have to say.
Despite how famous he is in Iran, yes. Yeah. I think our education has been very British-centric.
So where are you going to go next after?
So tomorrow morning, we've been here for 3 nights now, so tomorrow morning we're on a bus to Yazd.
Oh.
And then we travel down to Kerman and Bam and then to Bandar Abbas. And we fly from Bandar Abbas back to Tehran and back to Istanbul and back to London. Oh. And back to work.
Sounds like a great trip.
It's been a really good trip, we've enjoyed it. And I have to say, the other thing that's probably been a little bit surprising for us is just how easy it is to travel. It's extremely cheap, frequent, reliable, comfortable, convenient.
And is it secure? There's no...
Safety just has not been an issue. I think you're safer here than you are in Trafalgar Square on a Saturday night, to be honest.
I think one thing I'd like to add is that Deborah and I have been very lucky. We have travelled to a lot of countries. It has been something we always do is travel. And people always ask me, what is your favourite country you've been to? And that was always such a hard question because every country has something to offer. But I think I will go home and I will say my number one favourite country is Iran.
Oh, that's lovely.
And the paperwork to get a visa. That is somewhat of an effort. And we went through an agency in London, got a number, and then picked it up at the embassy in Ankara. But even so, it was not straightforward.
But you've been making your own way around.
Absolutely,
You haven't been following a guide or...
No. We've just made our own way. We've got a guidebook. Sure. But yes, Yes, it's very easy. You go to a bus station. They rustle somebody up who speaks English to put you on the right bus.
Australian and New Zealand passports to be allowed to free travel.
So we have that advantage. Yeah.
But I have one qualm with Iran: motorbikes on footpaths.
Oh, yeah.
That's great. That is my one.
we think if the heat doesn't get us, a motorbike will. So, we hope we make it.
Great. So it sounds like you guys have had a really good trip.
Oh, it's very pleasant. It's just so nice. It's so easy. The food is great. The people are great. We've gotten used to not having a beer.
Any particular food you like more than